Let's get into part one of the Gen Sip. Generational Sip, better known as the Gen Sip, where we connect the three generations for some good sips and some good chats. Welcome, my beautiful co-segment host, the lovely Natasha, representing the Millennials. Say what's up, Natasha.
Hello, everybody.
And Miss Kennedy, representing those Gen Zers. What's up, Miss Kennedy?
Hey,
You know I have to ask, what are you ladies sipping on today? What are you sipping on, Natasha?
Coffee coming off finals.
You still sipping on your coffee? How about you, Kennedy?
Pinot Grigio. It's never too early.
I know that's right. They already know what I'm sipping on. So let's cheers up for another segment, ladies. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, let's get into it today. We try to think about topics that are entertaining and amusing to us and how differently we can think sometimes. Well, we're learning that we can think on the same line sometimes. So today we want to talk about text culture. And the first thing I want to address with text culture, because my friends talk about me so bad, are the memes. Let me tell you. I am obsessed. Love it, love it, love it. I love me a good meme. If I could have a whole conversation with you just based on memes, I would do it. I even had a friend that told me once that her and her husband were trying to reconnect, but they agreed for one day that they will only communicate through memes. She's like, it was the most hilarious thing. So talk to me, Natasha, my millennial. How are you feeling about memes, the giffies? How are you with those in text?
I love a good meme. I do communicate sometimes through gifts, but like when people send me funny memes, ones that are really funny, I love it. Like I'm such a jokester, so I live for a good meme.
How about you, Kennedy?
Like our generation, we don't really use the GIFs and stuff like that too much anymore. Now we're kind of on to like TikTok sounds. So I'll say
Yeah.
a TikTok sound and they'll know exactly like what I'm talking about and what I'm trying to communicate. But if we do use a meme, it's anything Drewski. I don't know if y'all know who Drewski is.
Drewski, yes. I actually know something. Can I please tell you what I don't know? I don't even know what you mean when you say a TikTok sound. I'm so lost right now.
A TikTok sound. So
What do you
like
mean?
when you're on TikTok, they use certain sounds like
Yeah, to like put a emphasis on something. You can do that in text. Okay.
In audio form. So you choose the visual of your choice, and then you put the TikTok sound on top of it, and it's meant to be like sarcastic or funny, but they are great. Like when used like the right way, hilarious.
See? We have
Yeah.
to learn because I did. So, Kennedy, why do I always feel like when you say something, you be like, I feel like my generation, I instantly want to be offended. I want to instantly. You owe people using memes and giffies. Cut it out.
like we don't use that anymore.
No, millennials, we use TikTok sounds too. Like that's like that is like the new hot thing.
All right, so now I'm even scared to ask this now because Natasha, you answer first. I'm putting Kennedy in timeout for a second. So are we still using? I don't even know what the proper name of it, and feel like Kennedy has me feeling insecure, like I'm gonna feel old. I call it like acronym text language. What do you call like BRB or the little, instead of saying the word out or saying the phrase out when you want to say be right back? What do we call that? I was an educator too, so I like to say acronyms, which is the proper name.
I would say like shorthand text.
What would you call it, Kennedy?
Just say it's like text slang.
Just text slang. Okay.
Text
I actually
slang.
wish we could go back and edit it because now I don't want to be on camera saying acronym.
Come on, take it back. We taking it back to school. Come on, acronym.
Are we still using text slang? Me personally, I hate it. I especially hate it if I'm dating somebody. It drives me. Just say good morning. I don't want to GM. I don't like it. How do y'all feel about text slang?
I don't particularly like it. I think for some things like LOL or BRB, I think that's useful, but I think it's a preference thing. I think having a serious conversation or if it's something like professional, then don't use text slang. But like for simple things like, on my way or BRB, LOL, I'm cool with that. But I am a language person. I'm a orator, I'm a writer. So I appreciate words.
Talk to us, Kennedy.
I feel like for me, it's like LOL just used every day. It doesn't matter.
We would type laugh out loud. Why would you type that? Right.
Definitely not using it in a professional manner. If I'm dealing with a guy and I say GM, I have an attitude. That's not me really telling you good morning. I'm really trying to be smart.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What you thinking about, which also gets into emojis. If I put a little cute little 2 little pink hearts, I'm being sarcastic. Because if I don't give you a red heart, that means I'm being smart with you.
Okay, teach, because you know that was the next one. We were going to move into emojis. You know that was my next one. Okay, let's stay for it for a minute. Okay, break this down for me. So a red heart emoji, you're into it, but
Red,
2
red
pink
heart
hearts.
means we're good. 2 pink hearts, I'm being sarcastic or I'm just being friendly.
Who knows that? How would you
Heart.
know that? For me.
Red heart means something. Pink heart is friendly. Or I'm being
Pink heart
smart with
is
you. Because we go
friendly.
with you. Yeah.
Okay. So emojis, I feel like, and I'm very good. I use emojis, and I hate to say this because now I don't want everybody looking at my text that I send and judge me. But sometimes emojis can be like lazy text language for me,
Mhm.
or I don't know what to say. Sometimes I think I use an emoji. Like if you said something, I'm naturally sarcastic. And sometimes I think about what I say or how I might come across, and I just don't really have the words because I don't know if I'm responding right. Are you using emojis because you don't have the words or you just don't feel like it? I don't know.
So you
Let's
saying
say.
you literally text with emojis like,
I can't
and
see
you
you.
say taco dinner.
I'm in so many group chats, but let's say with my childhood girlfriends, if we're in a group chat, today was a rough day, y'all. And I might send some prayer hands and a smiley face.
I
Like
don't
to
think
go
that's
in addition to it, right?
No, that's it. That's
I think
that's unacceptable.
at least I think you're being authentic because I think text is so limited. There are only so many emotions. There are only in so many ways you can emote via text message. And sometimes when someone says something to you, there's really nothing to say. But I think sometimes a good emoji expresses the sentiment of how you. It's useful in
Well
that sense.
said.
But sometimes you ain't got the words. And I'd rather you be authentic with your prayer hands than to say something corny like, God's gonna just I get it.
Right, that right there. Sometimes it feels like, is it forced? No, Kennedy, you're not
Yeah.
feeling it. You're
I
not
feel
feeling
like
it, Kennedy.
I feel like we strayed away from emojis other than laughing ones, like the regular emojis, or if we're trying to make something cute with the heart or something. But I feel like now to express ourselves, like I said, we rely on those TikToks, or a Drewski meme. We'll send something like that instead of using emojis as a form of expression, if that makes sense.
That definitely makes sense. This is why I love having these conversations. It's good because I'm going to get off here and I'm going to text Kennedy and be like, "Okay, break down this TikTok thing now. Like, what? About to go on
Yeah,
YouTube."
Look, now I gotta send y'all some TikToks. That way y'all know the sounds I'm talking about.
popular
Even know this sounds. Okay, so y'all look for that on the S1E2 Talk podcast IG page. I love you girls. These chats are something I absolutely look forward to. Y'all always teach me something new. And I hope that our listeners are out there learning something new, just like all of us are.
Definitely. I think even though we communicate differently, at the end of the day, we all just want a good laugh. That's all that matters.
Agreed. Absolutely agreed.
I can't wait to continue this conversation on the ever evolving culture of texting, modern communication. I absolutely love it. So,
Especially when we start talking about dating.